My mom used to say something. She says that if our father, who died in the 70s, is brought up today, and you show him video or a video call, you'll be surprised, shocked, that how is this possible? How can I see someone far away and I can see him scratch his face, I can see him sneeze, we can argue, right? As Africans, what would they say? It's magic, right? It's juju. Now let's take it back a bit. 400 years before him, if you told them that they could travel from Maiduguri to China in a couple of hours, they will look at you and say it's juju. Why? Because they couldn't imagine, right? They couldn't comprehend that how is it possible? How would you move? It's not Harry Potter. There is no broom that will take you or one wind that will carry you to China. But when you look at it, there is one thing in common between him and those people that couldn't imagine people flying. And you know what that is? It is the ability to innovate. Innovation is what has kept man, the human race, it has kept us thriving, right? We moved from different stages in life. We innovate, we create, and this is due to the God-given ability to reason. We see problems, we reason through them, and we create solutions around these problems. The moment we are unable to reason and create solutions to problems, then that moment, human civilization declines. Now, we need to learn to be able to innovate. Without learning, we cannot create something tangible. The aeroplanes, the speaker I'm using to speak, right? We can't create anything. But innovations make our life easy. And learning has to occur for us to innovate. So learning, as students, you need to see that learning is not just the ability to have information in your mind and produce them when you need them. But learning is a process. It takes you from one stage to another stage. And what's that stage? It takes you from the stage of, I have no idea, to the stage of, this is a concept, and this is how I can apply it, right? If a teacher asks you, what is this? I say, I have no idea, I don't know, right? From the point of not knowing, then the next phase is you generate an idea. You ideate, you develop an idea. The idea is unstructured. It's just a seed of thought that comes to your mind. You are thinking about it. Then the next thing you have to do, you have to conceptualize. You make it a concept. And when you say a concept, what does concept mean? You say a concept, they are structured, right? And they are coherent frameworks. That is, you can monitor them. For example, in physics, you will say Hooke's law. What does Hooke's law do? Hooke's law talks about elasticity. It's a concept. But when you look at it, it is applied in several other fields, right? So this same way, someone may stand and say, we send letters to France. The letters take months to get to France. And they write back to us. It takes months to get back to us. This is not effective. Is there a better way we can send letters to France and they get our message on time? Then the next person says, well, we know about waves. Waves travel. So let's build on this concept of waves. Waves is a concept, a primary concept in physics, right? So if my grandfather was to come back, I would tell him, the video calls you are seeing is just the application of waves in telecommunications, right? So we've been able to create a solution from the concept of waves, which is a primary concept in physics, right? Physics, computing, mathematics, these are conceptual fields, and we apply them to build solutions. With AI today, it's quite different. People now rely on AI as the ultimate source of truth. I remember a time I was working on a project with some people, and they presented something to me. I did not buy the idea. Why? Because I didn't see it as viable, but I couldn't dismiss it. So what did I do? I told him, bring a justification for this part. If you can justify it, then we'll go on with it. In the evening, he sent one long article to me. At first glance, I saw it. I said, this is AI. Then I read through it. I saw he was not addressing the questions I asked. He used AI to generate the answers. The AI gave him a very generic answer. It was just answering general questions, but not what I asked. What has he done? He has outsourced his thinking to AI. And this is not what AI is supposed to do for us. AI is supposed to enhance our learning and not replace our learning. Let me tell you how AI is built, so you may understand how this thing works and how to use it to achieve an optimal society. As an AI engineer myself, what we do is we source data from different places. The popular ChatGPT that you use today, how was it created? They source data from everywhere, the internet, books. They brought it together, they cleaned the data, and they applied a model to it, a statistical model, which is just a mathematical function. It will identify trends and patterns in this data. When it does this, it now creates a model that you can ask to predict, and it predicts based on probability. So you hear that the model has 80% accuracy, 85% accuracy. What does that mean? It means there's a 20% chance that the model is wrong when you ask it a question. So when you outsource your thinking or your rationality to AI, it means you are leaving that 20% to chance, which is not how it's supposed to be. Rather, AI should optimize your learning, and a typical example of that is what we're working on. Creating personalized learning for students. Teachers, parents, students, we have different methods of learning and different styles of learning. We have different interests, right? And different motivation. We have different goals to achieve with learning. For example, I may want to become an engineer, and I'm an auditory learner. I learn mostly by listening. Then there's my friend. He learns by viewing. He has to see what he's doing to learn. We sit in the same class. The teacher teaches us the same way, the same materials. If the teacher teaches based on an auditory style, it favors me more than my friend. Then we do exams, or he may have to put in more effort to meet up. But with a personalized learning method, each student is catered for based on his own preference, his own style. With AI, this is very easy to achieve. How? AI makes it very fast. In the olden days, people read books, have imaginations, and they paint it. But it takes a painter days to complete a painting, some months, some years. But with AI today, you can put in the prompt, and it generates a picture for you, right? It generates a picture, it generates a video. It has made it faster to create these materials. With AI, teachers, students can personalize their learning. How? They take a state curriculum. Every state has a curriculum. And when I mean states, I'm not talking about states like Maiduguri or Borno State or Kano State, no. I mean the states like Nigeria has a curriculum that we use. And this curriculum is designed to help students scale through the educational system. They write WAEC, they write NECO, they write UTME. Without this curriculum, they would not be able to write it. But at the same time, each student has his own personal goals to achieve. With AI, you can create a personalized curriculum. You tell AI, this is my goal. This is what I want to achieve. This is my learning goal. This is the kind of learner that I am. and this is the state curriculum. Then AI creates a curriculum for you, personalized, that you can follow and help you achieve your goals without compromising. This is how AI should help us. It should optimize our learning and not replace our learning. It is fast. At the same time, humans are more intelligent. So do not outsource your thinking to AI with the intention that it's AI, it's very intelligent, it knows a lot of things. No, it doesn't. Context is what matters. Context is what distinguishes those who have learned and from those who have not learned. You can put so much information in your head, at the same time not be intelligent. Why? You cannot apply it to situations. You can cram all the laws of physics, but without applying them to situations, you cannot drive development. And look at countries that have developed today. How did they develop? They built on primary concepts, and they made them solutions that makes their place thrive. So the idea is not to put AI aside, but take AI with you as you learn. I hope you go back today, work with AI, and don't outsource to AI. Make AI work for you. That's the point of my TED Talk. Thank you.